Hey there, and welcome back to Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. In the last episode, we followed Kal Katarn to the Valley of the Jedi as he tried to learn the Force once again to avenge the death of his companion, Jan Ors. Unfortunately, because of his anger and rage, he was blinded and did not notice that he was being followed by Dasan and his gang of misfits. So unfortunately, they've now discovered the Valley of the Jedi for themselves and have managed to send their troops there. For what reason, we do not yet know. So in this episode, we will be meeting with Luke Skywalker. Ho ho ho. Now we actually need to find where to go. And I believe it is this way. But it is very cool to revisit this base. This is the Yavin, or Yavin base, not sure how to pronounce it, but should be familiar to those who have watched the original trilogy. And here we go. It actually took me a while to find the way up here on my first time playing this game, but right now it's not so bad once you know, like all things. And here we have Luke Skywalker.
Kyle, I've been expecting you.
Skywalker?
You've come for your lightsaber.
Yeah.
After all these years?
Jan's been killed by a Jedi. Goes by the name of
Dasan.
You know?
I sensed a disturbance in the Force. I'll tell you about Dasan while your trial is being prepared.
Trial?
A minor test to determine your fitness to wield a lightsaber again. Even in your relatively unpracticed state, you shouldn't find it too difficult.
Why can't you Jedi ever do things the simple way?
If the ways of the Jedi were easy, there'd be millions of us instead of dozens. Take Dasan, for example. He was born on a planet unused to the wonders of the Force, where his seemingly magical abilities caused him to be feared and shunned by those around him. His childhood was one of loneliness and despair, until a visiting trader discovered him, recognized the Force within him, and brought him to the Jedi Academy.
So he was a student?
Yes. For the first time in his life, Dasan was at peace. He'd found beings who liked him for who he was, beings who encouraged him to develop his talents. Over time, however, things changed.
How?
He became cold, severe. He belittled his fellow students for what he perceived to be their weaknesses, and argued, sometimes violently, with his teachers. During a training session, he struck down and killed a fellow student in cold blood. Dasan said he was too weak to be a Jedi. He fled before we could counsel him, and he has not been heard from since.
Until now?
Yes. Kyle, I'm sorry about Jan.
Yeah. Well, just give me my lightsaber and I'll be out of your way.
As you wish. Your lightsaber is somewhere in the ruined temple to the south. To find it, you'll need to utilize your primary Force skills. During your test, I'll see if I can find some information on Dasan's whereabouts. Good luck.
Alright, so let's go look for our lightsaber. What is really nice about this is we will be revisiting this area later on. I'm not going to say what's going to happen, but... What did you say over here? Oh yeah, okay, these guys are practicing. But it is very cool indeed that you get to visit this area first when it's sort of at peace here. But as we will see, things will get much more violent later. I need to go this way. And here we go. Whoa. Now we need to complete each trial to regain your Force abilities. Then you search the trial grounds for your lightsaber as before. And this little trial is actually very useful in that you also get to learn a little bit about the Force as well. Oh no, it's actually Force... I believe it is Force Push. Alright. What I actually recommend doing in this case, I find that Force Push and Force Pull are the two most useful Force powers. And I tend to rebind them to a different key, so Q and E, for example, instead of the F1, F2, F3 keys. Because they're just easier access that way, so I will do that and I will be back. Alright, here we go. So now I can actually push people with E here. Now we will probably have to test this. Here we go. In this puzzle, you will get a little indication on your screen here, on your crosshair, if you are pointing towards something which can be interacted with using force. We will flip these little pictograms around. Actually, this actually unlocked a new meter in the bottom right of our UI here, which is a force meter. Obviously, as you use your force powers, this will deplete, and until you can no longer use it, but it does recharge over time. As you can see on the right here, as I'll be doing these puzzles. In this case, you need to line up the symbols on the wall with this little arrow here. So here is a triangle. Oops, that was actually the right one. It's this one, and this one is good, that one's good, and this one is not good.
That wasn't too bad.
There we go. No, it wasn't, Kyle. And we get force pull at rank 1 as well, same as force push. Throughout the rest of the game, your force powers will level up at every new level.
Go, but how am I gonna get up there?
Oh, you know how to get up there. Gotta pull these little ledges out here. Oops. So as I was saying before Kyle rudely interrupted me, as the game progresses, so each level you will gain a level in a force power. It's predetermined, so you can't really choose in this game. But it's still very cool that, of course, as you get better and as you practice, your force powers increase in power. Which makes perfect sense. Go. Almost fell off here. Oh. Okay, that was close to disaster. Alright, let's pull these out here. Unfortunately, force pull does have a limited range. And here we have speed, yes. I mean, force speed. Not to be confused with something else here. So we move 33% faster than normal. And as the ranks increase, well, so does the power level of the force power itself. Go.
Skywalker sure didn't make this easy.
Really? You think so? Let's open that. Now we do actually need to time this correctly here. To wait for these doors to open and then immediately initiate speed boost here. Like so. This one's actually quite tricky. And what's that cage up ahead? Here we go. Oh no! How are we gonna get up there? Come back. And we get force jump. There we go. And force jump, you can leap 3 times your normal jump height, which will increase as the force power level increases too. And I believe we have completed our trials here. Now we need to find our lightsaber. And here we go. Now we can actually jump quite high. Oop. Go. Yes. Kyle gets very excited. He's very emotional. Which has obviously caused him problems in the past and will continue to cause him problems here. And now we need to use force pull on these to get them to release their water here. Which will raise this platform and unlock the door on the other side here. There we go. We need to sprint through it. But as soon as we stand on this platform, we'll begin to lower the gate, so... Oof, just barely. I'm not sure if it's necessary, but crouching immediately after landing on this little ledge here will allow you to get through much more easily. This little puzzle here, we push this wall. Now we're in some tunnels here. All of this we will revisit later. And it will change quite substantially, which is absolutely awesome. Now we need to actually...
They put the door in just a little too high.
Yeah, Kyle, how about you stop complaining and start actually using your brain? There we go. Stop being so emotional, Kyle. Alright, there we go. I think there will be, yes, another little force speed puzzle here. But this will actually begin movement of a platform down there, which we will need to jump onto. There we go. Are we gonna make it? What? Yes. Alright. Ooh. These are actually quite stressful for me because not very good at platforming. And now, what's this? The cage. What I like doing, just for a little bit of show here, It's actually pushing these first, and then the final one.
That's what I came for. Now how do I get it out of there?
Gotta go down here. And use a combination of speed and pull. Like so, and now...
That work, and now I still have to find a way out.
Finally have our lightsaber and some additional force powers. So you can throw your lightsaber as the alternate fire. You can also deflect projectiles, which will be done automatically, but the amount and direction is determined by the force rank here. So at rank 1 you can deflect in a small arc in front of you. As that levels up, of course, you will be able to deflect with more accuracy, and you'll be able to deflect more as well. And we have unlocked a lightsaber style. There will be 3. Medium style is medium speed, range, and damage. There's fast, which is very quick and low damage saber moves, and strong as well, which, as you can probably guess, will be very slow but very powerful lightsaber strikes. We can now throw our saber and try to break this, which is a little tricky. But try a couple times and it should work just fine. These can actually crush you, I believe, if you're standing too close, so just something to be mindful of. Alright, you can also destroy this cage as well, which I think is quite funny, and I like doing most of the time. Here we go, whoops. Come on. There we go.
Must almost be done with this thing.
I mean, almost, yeah.
It's locked.
I know it's locked. Just gotta smash it with your saber. There we go. Not too bad, eh, Kyle?
You've retrieved your lightsaber. Very good.
I'm ready. What did you find out about the sun?
Not much. With the help of your ship's logs and the Republic's databases, we've tracked down the registry of Dasan's ship to a Rhodian named Rilo Baruch.
Rilo Baruch?
You know him?
Not personally. He claims to be an honest garbage hauler, but he's really one of the most powerful criminal kingpins in all of Nar Shaddaa. Even the Hutts won't touch him.
Sounds like a solid lead.
It'll do.
Kyle.
Yeah?
I just wanted to say how impressed I was with your performance in the trial. Considering how long it's been since you used the Force, I almost expected you to fail outright.
Well,
You've been to the Valley of the Jedi.
yes.
Kyle.
I know what I'm doing, Skywalker. If I'm going to defeat the Sun, I'll need the full power of the Force, and I can't afford to spend years of my life retraining myself here.
Kyle, I realize you're in pain, but you must learn to anticipate the consequences of your actions. You and Jan swore an oath to protect the Valley of the Jedi, and now that Jan's dead, you're the only person who knows where it is. If you should fall to the dark side, you could use the Valley's power for unspeakably evil purposes.
Are you saying I can't be trusted?
I'm saying that I want you to let go of your anger before it destroys you.
I don't know if I can do that. But I will give you the coordinates to the Valley of the Jedi, just to be safe.
Well, that's a start, I suppose. Take one of the Academy's vessels to Nar Shaddaa. It'll be less conspicuous. Don't worry. I'll take care of the Raven's Claw until you return.
You're not coming along?
I'm afraid not. I have pressing business of my own to attend to. Good luck, Kyle. I hope you find what you're looking for. May the Force be with you.
Right.
And so, with a parting warning from Luke Skywalker, a very ominous warning, because of course, Dasan had indeed followed us to the Valley of the Jedi, and we now embark on a quest to find Rilo Baruch, Mr. Garbage Hauler, who's also a gangster. Who knew? So now we need to track down the gangster Rilo Baruch, which we will begin in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed this one. If you have, please feel free to leave a like, and while you're down there, might as well leave a comment if you have any recommendations on how I should handle this game moving forward, or if you have any recommendations of other games that I should cover on my channel in the future. As always, please subscribe if you wish, and we'll see you again soon.